it is Valentine's Day this week. For the better or worse, I know some of some of us love it, some of us hate it, whatever it may be. I do feel like pink and red, and I guess pink is always on my mind, but red and all that color is on my mind. So I wanted to do a mushroom painting that's kind of in that color scheme. I kind of started a little bit already, and then I have my last painting finished that I will show you guys in a second. Oh shit. Okay, 1 second. I hear that there's no audio. Okay, 1 second, guys. Fix this as we speak. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? It's low. Okay. Low is okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, I'm on this session. This is my session. Turn it up. Can you hear me now? Oh, yay. Can you hear me better? Can you hear me now? So I'm on this slide. Audio. Yes. Good now. Oh my goodness. Phew. Phew. I'm not sure what is going on with my setup. I feel like this happened last week too, but I'm glad I've just fixed it. I think I just had to like double click and reconnect my AirPod, which is what I'm using for. Anyways, well, I guess let's do that again. Welcome back to PinkyhootArt's live painting session. It is Wednesday. I'm live around this time every week. If you haven't done so already, jump in the chat, say hi. Thank you, Trevor, and thank you, Graphic, for the moral support, because I've been talking to myself this entire time. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that like, follow, subscribe, post, whatever button you're comfortable with, because it will really help with my artist journey. Thank you. Okay, I'm so glad you guys told me that. So it is on my mind, whether you love it or hate it, it is everywhere. Or, advertising, grocery store and candy wise in the US at least. So I've been thinking about I guess I'm thinking about pink all the time, but red and purple and all that pretty colors on my mind. And today I've decided I'm going to do a mushroom painting with all that color, like a limited color palette, limited color scheme mushroom painting. I'm going back to exploring my mushroom painting because I want to finish this mushroom collection and then put that in my Etsy shop. And the Etsy shop link is in the description below if you haven't checked it out already. Wait, yes. Oh no, scare me. No, okay. Still very, very low. Okay, let's turn that up. I hope it's good now. But I do want to show you guys the painting I finished last week. It is on the wall now. Graphic, I did show you this painting last night on your live on TikTok, so you've probably seen this. But for Trevor and everyone else, this was a painting I finished last week. I told you guys that I was kind of feeling nostalgic about fashion design since Fashion Week was in February, and I kind of start thinking about my roots and, things I used to do and life I used to live, heels that I used to wear, no more. So yeah, so that's kind of on my theme. I know I'm taking a turn to do some mushroom paintings this week, but I think I will go back to this series after the mushroom painting is done because it was just so fun to make. So she is in her fabulous sunglasses and earrings, smoking a cigarette with her fabulous designer handbag. And little Orbette here is perching on her leg, trying to, maybe get some of that secondhand smoke, trying to check out if she's feeling happy or sad because she's wearing sunglasses. We don't know. And then she is kind of trying to kick off her shoes. I thought that was that little detail is kind of on theme with, smoking a cigarette. I do have to say though, for this painting, and definitely let me guys know what you guys think about this painting, but I feel like I almost like the background better than the figure, which is not what I wanted, but I do feel like the background is so cool that maybe it'll be nice as a wallpaper even. And this painting, like anywhere you zoom in detail, I love, but I don't know how I feel about it as a whole. But then I'm looking at through the screen in the thumbnail, it looks pretty cool. So maybe I'm just being too harsh on myself. But yeah, a little surreal floral fashion painting for the day. Everyone liked it yesterday. I know, graphic. I know. I don't know. You probably feel the same sometimes, or maybe you don't because you're a dude. I don't know. Sorry, not trying to be sexist here, but I know a lot of women artists I know are very hard on themselves, and this might be one of those things. All right, let's get painting. I am pretty excited. I'm always excited to paint mushrooms because I love uh, the shape of it and the magical aspect of it. But I also understand that with mushrooms, it's like a very simple shape to draw, right? So to make it interesting, I need to do a lot of layering and detailing, which is not so easy sometimes. So I want to jump. It stands out to me. Okay, thank you, Trevor. Today I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna mix some pink and red and we'll see how that goes on this painting. Whew. But yeah, let me know how you guys this week has been. Has it been an awesome week for you or it's just been meh? This is the brush I think. I have been pretty focused on. Oh, another thing I want to mention because the past couple graphic painting, not graphic, fashion art paintings I'm working on, I've used a lot of gouache, and I do find myself starting to use more and more gouache because I love how it feels and how it. Someone is like, "Are you doing mushrooms?" Thank you, graphic. I know. I know I kind of was painting background yesterday a little bit. I realized, so maybe the person didn't see it, but maybe he or she, or if you call it boy, maybe he shares the same enthusiasm I have for mushrooms because I do love mushrooms. It's been a week. Yay, I'm so glad to hear. Okay, I'm gonna, so the past few paintings, I did explore mixing watercolor with gouache, and I feel like that worked out pretty well for me. So I think I'm going to continue with that. I always get the order kind of mixed up. I think I'm gonna do watercolor first and then drop gouache on top. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then obviously, if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing, techniques, why I'm doing what I'm doing, all that jazzy stuff, let me know. So I plan to do red on top, and then maybe it'll like blend into pink. I am going to glaze this whole area with water first so that the paint will spread a little. Uh, Gosh, like how much longer did you go for yesterday after I left? I think I left around uh, probably 10 o'clock your time, I think. Glaze this whole area. So this is a pretty small painting. I'm really hoping I can get it done in this session, maybe like one more other session. I do have to go pick up my daughter from school today, so I will probably won't go as long as I usually do, but also another reason why I want to hurry it up, you know. Love the painting. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So the surface is nice and wet. Oh, and if anyone's working on watercolor painting, I discovered this tape. It is like tape of steel. The paper does not warp under the steel of a tape. So if you guys are working on watercolor and if paper warping is something you experience, and I'm sure you experience it because we all do. And I've tried many, 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 many tapes, different brands, different thickness, different width. And I finally found this one that is amazing. I'll do the top of the painting a little red. Just drop it in. Drop it in. And you guys been watching the Olympics? I guess we are. Like, I feel like the entire world is. So I guess it's a rhetorical question, but it's been on my TV a lot. Even my daughter is foregoing watching cartoon to watch Olympics, which is kind of cool. She loves ice skating. As some of you know, I just started ice skating or learned how to, and it's been amazing. Love the mushroom pudding. Yay, I'm glad. It's the color, right? I mean, I guess we all kind of can't hate the shape of the mushrooms. It's just something about it. But this one, I'm really hoping that the color, the limited Valentine's Day color, will stir up something different in you. I'm still using this amazing Kernagerdom magenta. And then if you guys want to stay in touch with my art releases and studio stuff, I have a mailing list, an email that I send out not very often, you know, keep in touch and all that good stuff. The link is in the description as well. As much as I can, love been watching this. I know Graphic lives in a tropical area, so maybe Winter Olympics is something very foreign, or like, you know, other most sports that you might not care about as much, which I completely understand. Okay, so the warping of the paper is making the paint pour in some areas, which I'm like, I don't even mind because it's kind of making it kind of interesting looking right now. So I just covered this giant area with all watercolor right now. Hey Pinky. Oh, hi Kent. How's it going? It's been how you been? I just look at some of your newer paintings on Instagram. Oh, and you remember it's Wednesday. You're like, oh, she's probably live and blabbering right now. I joke. I really appreciate it. What do you think? I was like, love the last two with the figure sitting. And then I just did another one is in the back. Hold on, I'll show you. I just show everyone else, but let me finish this section first and I'll show you that painting. But yeah, what do you think? I'm guessing you like it because you're taking your time to mention it, which I really appreciate. But yes, I'm anxious to know. What do you think? I was kind of worried that maybe it's wearing too far from my other stuff, but then I'm like, wait, it's not like I'm famous or anything. Like, who cares, right? Like, I should do what draws to me and make it as good as possible, and then maybe something will come with it. So I feel like I'm back in that experimentation stage now. I love the last two sitting gloves here. So yes. But yeah, I loved painting them. I used to be in fashion. I think you might or might not know. And it was so nostalgic for me to draw these fashion figures, adding my surreal florals that I've been exploring pretty much for the whole year, last year. And on top of, it was the subjects I guess I was painting felt a little bit nostalgic, all that good stuff. Hello, sorry, I got that. Yes, that was easy to guess. Sometimes I type, I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to randomly guess and be completely wrong. But yes, I got that. Okay. And I was also saying that I have been experimenting. Oh, and the last two paintings, Kent, they're different than my usual because I completely mixed gouache and watercolor with them. Usually I keep them separate, and then I realized maybe that wasn't such a good idea. I think it's generally good to keep paintings incorporated. So for the last two paintings, I experimented with mixing gouache and watercolor, basically using them side by side, like I am now. So these things I just dropped in are gouache. It's water gouache, and actually someone in one of my YouTube videos commented that that's what he does or he or she does. And I was like, oh, I can't believe I never thought about that. And those two mediums really do just blend together so well that I'm kind of loving it. So yeah, the gouache is way more intense. It spreads. Not that it spreads more, but it spreads more dramatically, I guess, because it's more pigmented, obviously. But then with gouache, I have the added benefit of rendering later if I want to. So it's been awesome. Just added in some gouache. Let's put some here. So I glazed the paper with clean water, then went in with some watercolor first, kind of lay the groundwork, and then I'm going in now second time with um, gouache paint while it's still wet, and it's pretty fun to watch them. This is still gouache. Pretty fun to watch them spread and mix with each other. That the bloomy part, the fracturing is quite magical. Okay, so I added some magenta at the bottom. then now once this layer's dry, I think I'm gonna go back in with gouache on top, maybe to do the thicker layer. But we'll see. We'll see how this dries. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit so the water flattens out a bit. Okay, you're enjoying it too much. Okay, Ken, let me show you and then apologize for everyone who hasn't seen it, but for anyone who's just jumping on, I am showing the painting that I did last week. She is a number 2 of that series, like sitting in a surreal floral, I guess, chair background, smoking her cig, stogie, as some of you call them, smoking a cigarette and her sunglasses, picking her shoes off with my little orbit perching on her leg, maybe bouncing a little bit. I started experimenting with these, drawing white patterns in them. And the last one I did, I really love them. So I started doing way more here. And the dress in blue was thanks to my audience, like to Trevor and Crimson, who's not here, I don't think, give me an idea to do them in blue. And I think that turned out pretty well, pretty good. There you have it. I was mentioning that I feel like I love this painting better in parts and whole, but you guys let me know. And I did, and I did start the background first. Remember, Ken was saying like the order of things, how should we do, like, background first or the foreground first? So the one that I posted on Instagram, I did it foreground first and then background. No, standard, no problem. But this one, I definitely worked on the background first and then the foreground. And I feel like the lesson learned here is you should still start with the foreground first. Because I feel like I spend so much time on the background that it looks awesome, but maybe not as much time with the foreground. And you ask, why don't you spend more time on the foreground? I don't know. It's just how the human nature. You spend more time on the things you start first, maybe. Ken said, I was just literally looking at that one thinking, can't wait to see it finished. So there you go. Aren't you glad you jumped on today? Okay, so same, I just glaze this area, this toadstool here. I am going to lay down the first layer of watercolor, which is much more translucent as it intended. But yeah, Ken, I hope you're having a good week, a good month, and happy with your art, happy with life. But when I start with the foreground first, I'm too lazy for the background. Exactly. It's better to be lazy for the background so that it's, it's better than too lazy for the foreground, because that's kind of your focal point. This is what I realized. Right? You just get lazy. I don't want to get lazy, and I feel like that's so, like, I'm even ashamed to say that, but that just happens, human nature. So I guess the lesson here is, if you're gonna pick one to be lazy on, I guess it's better to be the background. Okay, so pink, and I seal my gouache. And I decided to go back to, I guess I could have done the fashion Valentine's Day. That would have been just fine too. But I started this uh mushroom series back in January, and I really like how it's turning out. So I want to continue explore and finish. And I also know I had less time today, so I wanted to work on a smaller painting. And those fashion figures have so much detail that I didn't really want to go small on them. So one thing after another, here we are. I'm doing a mushroom painting this week, but I definitely am going to go back to the other series and then finish it. And I say that because I have a few more ideas left to explore. And the whole series, I think I explained last week, was like all the guilty pleasures in life that you know, that people know are not good for you, but can't help but to do it. Kind of like my other food series, I guess. But painting these were definitely, I was explaining, very nostalgic for me because I did used to smoke. I know it's not the best habit to have, but it's part of my, you know, it was part of my life, and I was painting that painting. I was thinking, I really want to have a cigarette, but then I start thinking about the smell and stuff. I was like, definitely not. So we got a little red, pink, did a pink and fuchsia. This is a thinner grade paper. So as you can see, it's warping a little bit, but because it's amazing tape I mentioned earlier, that it will dry flat, so there's no worries there. Oh yeah, and then for anyone who's doing watercolor, and if you're having paper warping issues, this tape, this Scotch heavy duty painter's tape. Oh shoot. This is the brand Scotch number 2020 heavy duty. This is it, guys. I've tried so many different kinds of tapes with different width, different everything, different brand. This is it. You actually like drawing people smoking? True, the smoke, yes, that is very true, the smoke itself, but I think there's a little bit for me drawing people, and I do definitely want to do a couple more of that, because I have more to explore in that, just one idea alone. Then I want to do a cocktail one, and then, you know, maybe some other stuff. We'll see how brave I get. But I think we love that. You know, maybe let me know what you think. But I love drawing people smoking because there's a sense of escapism for me. Something also ironic about it. Oh, look at this spreading. That's so cool. I wish I could just not touch it. Oh my goodness. I should just stop there. I read an article recently that's saying the young people are starting to smoke cigarettes again. It's kind of crazy to think about. Oh my goodness, guys. I love how that's going, and just the right amount of water, the right amount of wetness. And like I need to stop right there. It also gives a bit of attitude. I hate to say it, but it's kind of a cool visual. Snowflakes, yes. It looks like when ice is freezing over the surface, you know? Okay, I'm just gonna let this dry and see what happens. Whew. This question for the guys here. If you see a girl smoking these days, a cigarette, what are your thoughts? What goes through your head? I'm gonna let that dry, just let that go and see. It's not done because there's lots of white, but I don't want to just, I want to kind of let that magic happen and see what ends up being, what ends. I always think like a mushroom painting should be so fast to do because it's not that complicated shape-wise, but it always takes me longer because all the layers and effects I end up putting on it because the shapes are so simple. So to make it look interesting, something else has to come in to jazz it up, I guess. I'm not that judgmental, but I prefer to put that. Hey, I appreciate the honesty. Okay. I just ran away from it. Cool. Sounds like all these. I don't see many these days, but I don't mind. Yeah, like Trevor, you don't, but I just mentioned I read an article saying young people are starting to smoke again. I guess young people just want to do everything that the generation before didn't, so that makes sense. Yes, Ken. So you're not like from that generation of not smoking inside. Because why would you want your furniture to smell like smoke for like forever, you know? But then my generation before, like my parents' generation, especially in China. In fact, it wasn't that long ago in China that people still smoked inside in restaurants, you know, public areas, anything goes, and then you get that the whiff of the secondhand smoke. I joke that I probably inhale more secondhand smoke growing up than I inhale real smoke in my adulthood. More obviously. Okay, so we'll let all these caps dry. This one, and then I didn't add. Oh yeah, this is just watercolor. I didn't add gouache. I guess I should let you know when I'm using gouache and when I'm using watercolor. This really makes a huge difference. Yeah. I watched Mad Men, you know, it's about people in the 70s. It blows my mind that people used to smoke on the airplane. Now that is pretty crazy to me. It's like it's already very enclosed space. Can you imagine? I also think I love it when people call mushrooms toadstools. It's just so cute. Also, apparently there's a new Mario's movie coming out. I'm pretty excited about that. and put them out on the plate. Yeah, well, I hope we don't go back to that era, which I don't think it will, but yeah, I did read that young people are smoking again. But it is a nasty habit. I don't, promote it in any way, shape, or form. It also took me a long time to quit, so now I just can't touch it. Otherwise, I'll risk going back to it, and I don't want to. Okay, we'll let these pretty colors spread and see what happens. Oh, I just realized why I wanted to do a Valentine's Day mushroom. Because, chocolate, truffles, mushrooms. There you go. There is association. I was like, remember I mentioned earlier that I could have just did a Valentine's Day fashion figure one, which just works just as fine. There you go. There you go. That's where my mind associated how it went. Okay, it's just wet, lots of wetness. I don't want to sit on the wet area. Oh, maybe I'll sit on the side. There you go. So it is a little ironic. We are doing a Valentine's Day celebration, but I have my little Orbit here, a little heartbroken Orbit. He was gonna give, or she was gonna give a little mushroom to someone else, but either couldn't find the courage or was rejected. Now she's holding it, kind of dejected. Which I thought was I like the tension, I guess, the tension that it creates, Otherwise, all that pink and red is just so happy and unpredictable. So if I have a happy Orbit, then it felt a little too predictable, I guess. There you go. I'm just coloring all the white parts as much as I can, and hopefully the other areas will dry quickly. See, this is why maybe I should start another painting. I do have a few concepts. As I mentioned, I want to finish the whole exploration. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so all these areas it is so pretty though, looking at the colors. I think I'm gonna work on this ground level a little bit. You always need a little dissonance. Oh, I love how you put it. Yes. Oh yeah. So what was I doing? A little dissonance. I love that. Yes. Now I'm gonna go back into this one and fill in some of these white areas. Little bit of blue to red gouache. I'm gonna drop it in on this side. So it is a complementary color, so it darkens it immediately. that. Actually, in fact, I'm gonna do that here on this big toadstool here. Well, it's still wet, so it's still very spreading very nicely, actually. Do you guys have any? I guess I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day with my husband anymore, and not that we ever did, because we hate the commercial, the expectation aspect of it. So, but this weekend we are gonna go ski, and then the little Valentine's Day aspect is we're putting our child in daycare, so we can spend some alone time on the mountains, I guess. So that's our big splurge. Big splurge this weekend is doing that. Did I do too much? Maybe it's okay. So now there's like 1, 2, 3, like you start to see more colors in them. I love that. Let's bring that up a little bit. And this, what I have here is gouache, so you can see the color being a little bit more intense. And I guess these mushrooms are probably not edible because they're so bright, they're probably very poisonous. Dropping in some watercolor now on the edge of those gouache. I'm hoping they will mix. Enjoy, thank you. Thank you. Oh, Ken, did you get that Arctic blast or whatever they're calling them in the news? That storm that was, well, maybe it was more south. Maybe you don't get that north that far. But apparently the south of the US, it's like the coldest on record, the most amount of snow in a long time. In a lot of areas, in a lot of those areas, because you don't get a whole lot of snow, so lots of accidents and less than optimal things happening. I was talking to my mom about it. She lives in the Washington D.C., so it's pretty south, I guess. We're getting a storm tonight. Oh, okay. So separate, probably. Okay, we'll let this dry. I just added tons more water, so now it's getting wet again. Running out of places to paint. Everything, like all the areas are still wet. Actually, I can probably start on this one. Okay. These are the peripheral. Okay, I'm gonna be careful not put my hand on the other wet area. gouache. I'm gonna go in now with a little bit of watercolor. So from all my experimentation, I think gouache has to go on top of watercolor. I do want to experiment the other way though. Maybe we'll do that in a little bit. Wash on top of watercolor. So if I do watercolor on top of wash, maybe it'll spread differently the other way. Actually, that needs to dry a tad more. We're gonna work on the bottom part. And this is gonna be a little bit okay. I'm gonna tricky. Oh, there you go. So you are seeing the painting at an angle, but you do get the whole, mostly the whole thing. So I'm gonna work on this area. So first, let's make, actually, before I make it wet, I started working on this last night on graphics live stream on TikTok, and then I kind of ran into the same problem. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go because I kind of make the whole piece of paper wet, and then I was like, and then I I couldn't go on anymore. So I'm gonna go in with some wet on dry first. Just establish the ground. Give it some shape. Now I just added some water. Oh, and I don't complaining about how I don't get the watercolor never gets dark enough for me in some areas when I really want to punch in that contrast. And then I realized my solution is just add some gouache into it. Easy. Although I do have to say that some gouache color isn't as brilliant for some of them. So I am kind of trading that brilliance for the darkness. The luminosity, there you go. I don't know if brilliance is right either. Building up the layers. Different shades of red first, and then I'm gonna add blue into the different shades of red to bring out the different shades of shadows. And I also notice there's so much white in this area, so I'll probably go back in and want textures in those areas. And for those of you who are just joining me, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, follow button, whatever you see. Really appreciate that. Thank you. And if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing, what I'm working on, all that good stuff, jump in the chat or just jump in the chat and say hi. So I'm basically just doing a wet on wet right now, which I just remind myself to breathe. So when I work on wet, it's a pretty nerve-wracking process for me. Now we enter the ugly girl stage. I feel like we're just about there. Some purple here. Let's tell the purple in my, let's water that down. Oh, okay. Instant darkness. Definitely very good for thank you, Trevor. Keep building. The textures and contrast until I can't go on anymore, basically. And yes, I will know when that moment comes. And I think if you wonder, if you have that question, like how do I know when the painting is done? I gauge it as when I keep on adding details and colors, but you step back a little bit and you don't really see much difference in the results, then I know the painting is done. Otherwise, I guess I will always like to push it as far as I can. Whoa. Now I have some still gouache, some really bright red. This is called carmine red, I believe. Sometimes I gotta blend it. If I'm seeing the color going to a direction I don't like, I quickly blend it with some clean water. And then yeah, that usually kind of resets the canvas for me. Not always, but most of the time. Do you like this area? This is like a forest leaf on the ground. Then I just realized I must have started drawing it and then got distracted. So I'm gonna do a little bit more leaves on some other areas, which will definitely involve gouache, because as you can see, I kind of colored that area in already. This color is pretty cool though, so brilliant. Love is hell. So much. Is it driving you crazy yet? Just realized maybe that's why love is a chosen color for Valentine, or pink and red is a chosen color for Valentine. Okay. Tempted to better. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm kind of blending some of the wet color into this leaf, just a little bit. So the colors in the background can bleed in. Okay, not bad. It's time for some magenta. So far, use red, purple. Let's now add some magenta to it. I like how freeing this painting really feels.
I love you.
Because I get to just play with colors. I guess that's a benefit of not drawing too much. Like my fashion painting I just finished, I did meticulously plan the lines and shapes, so then it ended up feeling not as free, I guess. But this one feels pretty free for me right now. Maybe a little bit more here. Add some of my signature dots to start building texture already. You know, it's a lot of times when I paint watercolor, I'm just really just dropping paint on paper, on paper, on water, on paper. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. What do we do here? I'm gonna let this just let that dry. Let's go back up. So we just accomplished. Fingertips, your best friend. So we're gonna let that area dry. I think, okay, this part is drier now. It's not completely dry, but I think it's dry enough that I can work on it without making a mess. Oops. So let's do that now. This one is, oh, another thing about gouache, if I add gouache to the watercolor, it dries matte. Like more matte than watercolor, I guess. Because usually watercolor will dry to the color of the paper. But with adding a little bit of gouache, it dries even matter than the original paper. So if finish is something you want to play with, that might be an interesting thing to work to see. So now so this corner is gouache. I'm going on top of it with some watercolor. Remember I said I want to experiment? And I notice, okay, so when the gouache meets water again, it activates again. So I can kind of actually blend it better. That's an interesting discovery. Then if I want to go super bright, I'll add gouache, but I don't think I want to do that here, so I'm going with some watercolor to brighten these. It's a warm red on top of a cool red watercolor. Glaze is under cap area. Oh yeah, I wonder what this area is called. I like that. Maybe I should do it. So I want to purposely clip the edges a little bit so some of that red from the top bleeds into the bottom, but just a little bit. So I know I glazed this area, but I'm actually gonna let it dry a little bit before I go on top and do the lines. If I do it now, it's just gonna become like this. muddy, but I do want the, you know, the mushroom, the under cap texture, the lines. I do want those lines to stay, but I didn't want to do it just dry on dry because then it's almost too crisp. So I glaze this area. Gotta wait for it to dry like maybe 80 to 90%. Then I'm gonna go on top and draw those lines. The specific window that we're working with here, while these areas still continue to bleed, which I don't mind. And then maybe we can work on this one. Oh, this is interesting. So this is how the water paper dried, and these kind of paint stay like that. Oh, you know what? I don't even mind it, but it needs to be reworked. This is what I'm going in with, pretty dry watercolor. I'm gonna glaze this bottom part actually. I was just thinking to myself, I think with mushrooms, I like to do wet on it, wet. Definitely. Okay, we're making good progress. Time-wise, that's good. What you mean? I can't remember the name myself. Gills. That's called gills. Well, thank you so much for looking it up, Trevor. And gills, like fish? I guess that makes sense. I don't know why I'm so surprised. I thought they would give it a more creative name than gills. But okay, thanks. Darken the edge. Whoa. That seems pretty dark. It's okay though. Thank you. Now we know. We learned something new today. The under part of mushrooms, so it's, you know, the veiny area, is called gills, just like it sounds. And I guess the fish gill part has very similar shape. Now that we discovered that. This is a bit mixture of watercolor and gouache. And if you guys want to know what color exactly I'm using, or any questions, obviously feel free to jump in the chat. move some of the darker colors up. Need some water. Hi, Crimson. Welcome. And thank you so much for the support, for the coffee. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. And I hope you're having a great day. I am working on a little mushroom painting today to celebrate Valentine's Day. And then you ask, why mushrooms for Valentine's Day? And I didn't really know until I started, just talking to you. And I realized, oh, I think I made an association like Valentine's Day, truffles, mushrooms, mushroom painting series. Why not? And I do have the painting I finished last week up on the wall. I will show it to you in a second when I'm finished working with this area. Because I'm sure it'd be good to put a closure to it, I suppose. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, still wet. Okay, okay. I was so entranced in this area, I totally forgot what I was talking about here. Um, but luckily, it's still damp. This is good. Still good. This is still what I want. So I'm freaking out for those of you who just joined me because I wet this area and I didn't want it to be too wet. I think it's a little too wet. Too wet. Otherwise, if it's too wet, the water, the paint would just, dissolve. But if it's too dry, then it's like the line will be too crisp. So I wanted to wait till it's like 80-90% damp to do it. And then I got fixated on the area and totally forgot about that area. But luckily, I think I'm not too late. It's still kind of crisp, but some areas are not all crispy, so it's okay. Been practicing watercolor this week, and I think I have a lack of patience. I keep getting unwanted balloons, probably because I'm letting things dry. Yes, Crimson, it happens to me all the time. Oh, like this area. Crap. Yes, I think letting things dry or wait appropriate amount of time is like the number one thing that messes people up. And the other thing is like I think using cheap paper is a huge thing that could mess you up because cheap paper warps more and then it doesn't hold the paint in as well, etc., etc. I find that cheap paint and cheap brush doesn't really make as much of a difference, but cheap paper does. Um, and then not letting it dry is a huge thing. I myself constantly have oopsie moments. So you probably hear me say, okay, I need to stop. I'm gonna go to the other section first for that very reason. I think that bloom at the mushroom looks really natural though. Oh, that's good. This area, yes. Uh, I love drawing mushrooms because the shape isn't that interesting. The shape is pretty simple to draw, right? But to make it interesting, a lot of work has to come from the coloring and the texturing, which is where all the bloom, the importance of the blooms that comes in. Does that make sense? Blooming importance, something like that. You know what I mean? And then I find that mixing watercolor and gouache helps with the drama of the bloom, because gouache is so much more pigmented that it makes a crazy bloom in watercolor. But sometimes it's too crazy, then it gets too much. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I think it was a little more dry than I wanted, but I think it was fine. Just getting a bit closer. The edge here was created by when I glazed it. I also found out this area is called gills thanks to Trevor Googling it, which I didn't know actually. So to create this, I glazed this area, but I purposely clipped the top part a little bit so some of that color bled through, but just a little bit to make that nice little shadow almost. And then these gills, I was hoping that it was a little bit more wider, so it kind of blooms a little bit, but not too much. But I think it's fine, it's good. And then this area was too wet, so now it's kind of running here. But also that doesn't bother me too much. I'm gonna go back and define the area a little bit better when it's completely dry. Like this is when I say I need to stop and let that dry. So I'm gonna... So yes, patience, lots of patience with watercolor. So here it's, I don't know if you can see the sheen, but the sheen on the paper is still pretty much there, so I think it's still too wet for me to work on here. I'm gonna let that dry completely so I don't go have an oopsie moment again. But I'm gonna work on this one and then the big one. The big one. And I worked on the forest ground, so to speak, in these colors. It's a mixture of wash and watercolor. If you go super close, you see when this kind of texture happens, that's because I added wash to it. Some water. Nope. Which I think is super cool compared gouache compared to like this area, not as severe. Okay, now let's work on this area. It looks very, I know. Oh, thank you. Detailing. I think I love drawing lines. I think I mentioned that before. I think I want to make that my signature thing. Like, Yayoi Kusama is with the dots on the pumpkins. She has the dots on the mushroom series, just dots on everything. That's kind of her thing. And I thought maybe my thing should be lines. White lines on saturated colors, because I just love how they look. This area is more dry, so when I clip the top, it doesn't really bleed because it's completely dry. But please do not forget this area. Okay. While we wait, work on the next area, the next mushroom with some wet on dry technique. This base is completely dry. I'm gonna give it a little bit of shadow. Love the colors, always very harmonious. Yeah, thank you. So I find, I think I mentioned this last time you were here, that I find, before I like to use this like colors of the whole palette, the color of the rainbow, but I find that a limited color palette is always better. So if it's like a limited color palette, it's hard to mess it up, especially when I'm doing tonal. Tonal meaning they're on the same shade, same oh my gosh, same hues in the same spectrum of the light. Oh my gosh. So it's hard to mess up. And then I'll add in some blue to give it the shadow, the complementary to give it the shadow. And then some areas it turns purple, which is awesome too. So without trying too hard, it has a lot of ups and downs, so to speak. Inspiration for this one, I want to do a I mentioned I wanted to do a oh, why the mushrooms, I guess. I started a mushroom series last month. This is what I want. Last month. And the inspiration behind the series was that January was kind of tough for me, and I just wanted to maybe paint away my feelings, and that's why I guess I was so hung up on this idea of escape. And then mushroom, when I think about mushroom, minus the psychedelic aspect, because that's true escape, right? I always think about when you think about mushroom, it's like magical, it's fairies, it's forest, it's somewhere that's not where we are now. And I guess you can live a little bit escape, a little bit of fairy tale. So I started a whole series of mushrooms. A whole series. I mean, I did two, and I love this. I want to keep going because before I was doing a whole lot of florals, and maybe was getting a little tired of it. So I ventured into mushroom. I loved it, and then so today I want to continue. And I just realized that I chose this week to continue because Valentine's Day, chocolate, truffles, Oh God. um I love your visceral response to that, Crimson. But if you have a significant other, I'm glad I reminded you, because I'm sure it should be nice to do something for the significant other. But if you don't, then why would you remember? So don't feel bad. But I love the strong response. And I shared earlier that my husband and I, we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day because we hate the commercial aspect and the expectation that comes with it. But not gonna lie, as a girl, it's never a bad thing to get some chocolate and flowers. So there's that. I did a little bit of just a little bit wet on dry. Get that edges going. I'm totally like, okay, so it's nice and damp in this area. I'm alternating different areas and uh, different areas to work on because for obvious reasons of you really have to let watercolor dry to do anything with it. I'm gonna go to the edges. Yes. You see this paper is slightly damp but not dry. So when I do it, it blooms a little bit around the edges, but not too much. So I didn't want it to like too crisp of a line, but I just realized as I work on this, it's probably gonna dry as we speak. Oh, then you're welcome. I'm so glad I reminded you because at least now you have a few more days to think about it instead of a last minute gift. I'm gonna be cooking up. I'll have the stream in the back. No, no worries. What are you making? I also mentioned that the underside, the behind side of the mushroom is the hardest because it goes like this. It convex in. But there is also a little bit of perspective where I'm coming from it from the front. So you always want to keep a little bit of curve on the edges. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna go, so now so this brush, I love, love, love. Fine work, and I have it in 3 different sizes. I haven't found that I use the big size very much. I'm always just generally using the smaller size. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with some, this is just water to do the center. So because when all the lines converge, it becomes a shape basically. So I want to connect the middle, and then go do a little bit of water on the outside edge to give the illusion, the shadow that it's overhung a little bit. Okay, I should use a thicker brush next time actually. A little bit of color now. Teriyaki chicken today. Oh. Totally the same with cooking. I wing it. I hate following recipes. That's why I don't bake, I guess. I can never seem to find recipes or follow recipes. I'm actually pretty excited about doing this stem because that's so fleshy, if you know what I mean. It's a fleshy stem. Gouache. Do a little bit of dark red. There you go. Just a little bit. So this one is not quite open yet. You know, the mushroom is when it's about to open. So there's a little bit of cavity here, but you can't really see the gills just yet. I guess this is the mushroom equivalent of a bud stage. So cute. I think this shape is cute. If cute is appropriate word for mushrooms. I'm gonna try not over blending, just do some harsh shadows. Good. So this stem kind of continues. So I'm gonna add a little bit of color to differentiate it. Oh, okay, maybe not that. I think we're ready to paint the big mushroom now. Okay, let's do that. Actually, let's do this part first. Just a little bit. It's pretty far visually, so. And I'm noticing there's all these gaps between those mushrooms. So I'm probably gonna go in and add some textures when this is all dry. Okay, now let's do the big one. Oh, I should have glazed this area while I was working on the other one, so by the time I'm done, it'll be nice and dry. But anyways, just a little bit of water. I don't want to be too wet, otherwise it's more time for me to wait. I'm going to let it settle for a little bit. In fact, I'm gonna do that here too. So when I'm done with the other one, this one will be ready. Yes, that's smart planning. I guess the feeling I'm waiting for is when I touch it, it feels damp, but it doesn't have, I don't get water on my hand. So this area, so this side's more dry than this, so I'm gonna start on here. Yeah. Probably because my brush was more wet when I started here, so that makes sense. think because this is such a big focus of the painting, I'm gonna try to do a couple different red to make it more interesting, I guess. But this line is so delicate. I need to find the right rhythm. Kind of like skiing. Just the right amount of muscle control. And the rhythm. I'm always looking for that rhythm. Just a dry jar, yay. Knocked off the, I knocked the thing off. Those dries. See what I mean? It just needs to be the right rhythm. Love it that, okay, I think I know. It makes it, these detail lines really makes a difference. And I think that's another reason, I think it's a little dry right now. Another reason why I'm so pretty adamant for the lines to soften. So visually, it's pretty impactful. I'm sure I'm gonna now add a little bit cool red into the mix. I am grateful that it doesn't have to be exact for it to look good. Otherwise, I'll be screwed. Adding a little bit of water on top now. I was hoping it would spread more, but it didn't. So. But that's okay. We'll just try another method of adding water on top of the dried lines, which I guess in this case worked out okay. And then a little bit of that cool color on this side, so it's like curving up and then curving out. I'm sure you've heard, maybe you haven't, but it's called, this kind of lines and shape is called the biophilic look and shape and design, etc., etc. Very popular right now with interior design. Oh, too much white. Drop some color into the center of them. Like I mentioned, where all the lines congregate, it becomes darker. Love how this area is looking though. Okay, and then let's add some more cool red to the mix. It's too much. It's a little too wet. Okay. Should just squeeze some water out of my brush. Ideally, I want to do that in one swoop because like I mentioned, the rhythm of the muscle, and this is when I wish I can use a computer. I'm adding a little bit of purple to it now. See if that's nice. Not bad. This area always takes me I think when I painted the other two paintings, I was always expecting this area to take less time than actually it does. Let's just do some water first. I might have to go in with a second attempt at these lines, but we'll see. We'll see how they dry. So inside the concave area, I want it to be cool red. Cool it down. So warm color pushes it towards you, so it's good for highlights. Or things up here closer, and then cool color. Good for shadows and things that are further away. Do I always remember that? I wish I could say more consistent. but sometimes it's okay. Add a little bit warm area with the part that's around it, so you know it's closer to us. A little bit here. That's cool. See part of it, a little bit of here. I'm like talking myself through this as much as I'm sharing what I'm doing with you. Keeps my mind organized when I think. This part is probably more. How to say, I feel like I'm pretty good at wet on wet today. Not every time, but today it's been okay, it seems. Interested to see how you do that bulge. Is it just value or does the color help with that? I think the color helps too. I think value can only push us so far. So I'm, so after I do all the bulge, I think that was so funny. After I do all the bulge, because the line can only push us so far, right? So now I think I need to redo this area. Now it kind of disappeared. So I added the part that's concaving with some warm color here, and then I'm trying to push this area back, and then these like under curve under the curve of the edge of the mushroom. Now I'm adding in more cool, maybe even some purple to make it look more, have more depth. There you go. See, it's like maybe not enough. Let's do more. The gills. New word. Okay. So this is like the shadow part. I'm gonna make this part darker, but then this part, because it's even though it's under, like the light, imaginary light is shining at it, so this part is probably lighter. I think keep track of the light source is probably one of my biggest challenges. But when you get all the values right, the light sources right, the painting just looks so much better. So yes, leave that white, that's okay. And then do a little bit of red here. And then here where all the lines join up is a little bit darker. Probably a little bit here too. And then let's go back. I'm gonna leave this area light. And then here, because it's kind of like a concave shape, I'm gonna go in with a cool red. Actually, is it wet enough? Try enough. A little bit of cool red just in the middle. You ask, why don't I just do this first before adding the lines? I'm thinking you might be right. But I feel like the lines kind of help me, guided me to where to put the colors. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what to do with areas, I guess. Okay, so I see this area is lighter, the light shining at it, light shining here, light shining here. So this part I can go a little bit darker. Because it is under, like under. Here we go. There you go. Let's do a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry because I feel like if I go on anymore, it's gonna get muddy pretty quickly. And this might be okay, but I can see that I can add more lines to it, just give it a little bit more punchy, more punch. But I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Let's work on this one. It's nice and dry. Okay. I totally forgot. I did it again. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna work on the ones I'm smart and try to do multitask because I totally forgot I glazed this one. Oops. Learning new things every stream. And I hope I am learning new things every day so I have more things to share with you. Okay, so I just added color in the middle. Actually, what's up here? Added color in the middle. I'm gonna dab away all the colors. Go in with this little this line brush. Okay. I take a little bit of that pink and do a little bit of cast here. And then top area. I thought it was pretty bright, but now that it's dry, it doesn't look so much. I'm gonna just glaze. I'm trying to leave a little gap between top and bottom so the top color doesn't bleed into the bottom, and let's have our fingers crossed. I don't mind a little bit because sometimes it makes it too interesting, but when it's uncontrolled, then it's like a messy balloon, which doesn't look good. Okay. And this is gouache now, by the way. Very watery gouache. But like I mentioned, this is kind of, I found a cheap way to make like guess it's not really cheating, just a method of making the watercolor more brilliant. And then I'm gonna go on top with some the magenta watercolor to fill in the gap. And the middle part, I'm just gonna use some. Actually, I'm not even gonna touch that because I like that little glint of highlight. Okay, let's see if I add more water, then that's gonna go away. And I don't know if I want that. Okay. I think it could use a little bit more punch on top. Okay. See where the gouache punch the watercolor makes that really cool blooms. I hope it stay, but as we discovered, it's not always the case. We can only hope for the best. I'm feeling like watercolors like cutting hair. You can't go wrong by doing less initially. Yes, absolutely. I guess that's the same thing as cooking too, right? Since you're cooking, it's like you can always add more salt, but if you want to make things too salty, there's really no turning back. Yay for me to make that association. But yes, that's absolutely true with watercolor. You rather go light than go dark. Because once you go dark, you can go back, but the other way is fine, you know. So glaze, again, got pretty wet just now. So I'm gonna let that dry. Do not let me forget about that area. And I know there's no way you guys can remind me besides in the chat, but me saying that out loud sometimes helps. But I'm gonna glaze this area first because this is a little too wet for me to work on right now. Ooh, that's cute. So this top gouache is bleeding into the bottom. I don't mind that. I'm gonna add a little bit of red on the edges. This curve shadow cylinder words. See, it's kind of blended in. It's blending actually. Just gonna take this. So you see this top mushroom, a lot of the lines did get blended, so I will go back and do that line one, do those lines again. But I feel like it'll be easier next time because I kind of have a guide now. This one stayed pretty good. Maybe it needs to be darker in the middle actually. I want to leave this area where it concaves white, or lighter, I should say. I don't think it's white. There you go. And then definitely in this area. Maybe even a little bit purple here because this one is kind of hiding behind this one. Maybe it will cast, maybe it has a shadow that it's casting. Just a little bit of drop. Stop. Okay. Okay, nice and damp. Let's see if it will do the thing I was hoping it would do the other two, but it didn't. To the edges, so it started bleeding into the middle. Yay, it's doing that. So give this the right wetness. Oh, actually, this side is still a little too wet, actually. How much water did you put on there? So let's work on this one first. Nope, it needs to be a little bit more dry. See, I gotta stop myself. It's not easy. Not easy to stop it. It's a little too, they're still too wet. I'm gonna do the stem. This stem turned out pretty cute. Nice and dreamy, watery. Since I did this background here pretty red, I'm gonna keep going with that. Oh, too red. I mean, too orange. And then the mushroom cap, you know, imagine it goes over like a little umbrella, so maybe you'll have a little hard shadow. Just gonna leave that edge there. A little bit jagged edge. Let's see if you look closely. This type of mushroom, mucina, it has often have very jagged edge. Leave that be. Right here. I think so. Okay. Probably can't see this from here. This is like so tricky. So it goes up, up, up. Okay, you know where I'm gonna go. I'm always trying to find a rhythm, like I mentioned, to do these. So I'm imagining the end, the cap ends somewhere here. So up, up. So dry, so wet here. It's still very wet. Center part darkens a little. And the undercarriage part darkens a little. That's me. It's 2:14 already. Okay, we'll actually have to leave soon. Also, you can never rush watercolor. So as soon as you feel like you're rushing to try to finish, bad things happen. just tell yourself that. That's what I'm telling myself right now. Maybe there's a little bit of imperfection here. This is so dry, hurry up and dry so I can finish this area. So these stems here, oh, that's pretty good actually. I'm mixing a little bit of white gouache with a little bit of red. Gouache is like white out, so you don't want to use it too much because then those areas do jump at you like unnaturally, so and maybe that's not what you want. And then I'm gonna do maybe a little bit in the middle here. How are we doing here? Is this all from imagination or do you use reference? This one actually more so imagination, but I have painted two other, I brought it, I don't have it here with me. I have two mushrooms that I painted last month. I did use reference, so I kind of got a good lesson on how the shapes and how everything hangs, so to speak. So this one I pretty much hence I was sketching right before this kind of really roughly, so hence you can see like some of the lines here are not as neat as I wanted. And then as I mentioned, because I'm using limited palette and I do surreal art for a reason, so they don't have to be super realistic, that I'm just this one I'm just playing. But so far it's been good. But yes, it's not like I won't. I did use reference for two other paintings, so I had like not a lot, but I had practice already, so this wasn't like from nothing, bam, this happened. I hope that helps your question. Also, why I'm kind of loving mushroom, because they're just the shapes are pretty easy to handle, so I could get away with not using a lot of reference. Oh, is this a color I want. I could get away with not using a lot of references. So yeah. And then I also, as we're on that topic, I realized, I think towards the end of when I was doing the floral painting, in the beginning I used reference, and then slowly I stopped, and then after a while it was okay for a while, then after another while I was like, okay, everything started to look too messy, then I think I need to go back and use reference again, just to get familiar with what a real flower looks like again. Okay, so now it's dry. And you know, I think some of these things are pretty easy to get, like they grow in clusters. And I noticed that they kind of just go in all different directions, and they do grow from the mycelium. So they start, it's like a blob, and then tiny things come out, and it's all different directions. So that makes it more realistic. And I mentioned that with the edges, I find that with anything in nature, flowers, leaves, you just gotta wiggle it so it's not a straight, smooth line, then it looks more realistic. But yeah. Oh, I feel like portraits and mushrooms are entirely two different stories. I feel like for portraits, it'll be hard to not use a reference. Or it's like, you know, if you draw anime, then you gotta, once you get that style, and once you get, like, you will have your preferred eyes, preferred nose, then I think it becomes easier again. But I will still suggest that once in a while, you always use a reference to just refresh what the real world looks like. At least that's how I approach art. I know that there are tons of artists who do abstract portraits, for example, abstract flowers, where it just shapes layer on top of each other, and they look so good. But then I'm wondering, maybe they do still use a reference, right? I don't know. We don't know. We should never know. Gosh. So I want to preserve these lines here, but the center, I think we could use a little bit more purple because it's next to purple, and I want it to be cooler in the shadow. And then my little orbits, definitely I don't use, they are purely from imagination, but as you might notice, they kind of remind you of these misky figures I have like all over my desk. And hence, you know why I have them. I just collect them because I love them, but I also use them for my references. So you might notice some of the poses you've seen them in my paintings. And that's why. But yes, that's kind of how I started, but now I'm just obsessed with them. I just want to collect them. Okay. Oh, I think I did all the mushrooms. it's almost time for me to go to pick up my daughter actually. So I have a little bit more time. Yes. So if you haven't noticed before, never thought about it, there's a secret revealed. That's why I have this little figures. Okay, what I say? I have a little bit of time left, so I'm gonna go back to this one and then make some draw lines on top to make them come out more, and then I think I had to finish rest of the painting offline. But I don't think I have too much left to do. I have this little figure to draw to paint in gouache. Mushroom forgotten. Paint that. Paint this little figure I didn't touch. And then I mentioned earlier that I'm noticing this area is feeling a little bare, so I'll probably add some texture, some paint globs, dots here, and then these in between areas I want to darken and then do something. And then I had to add, this looks so cool now. It's like not really defined shape, but it's there. Maybe I'm like, I can't even recreate that because I already painted this area. So I probably had to go back with gouache and do some stuff here. But yeah, I think we're almost there. Travis, I didn't realize you had so many. I think I've been just adding more every trip I go in Asia because they're so much cheaper in Asia. So every time I go to Korea, I bring back a whole crap ton. And then my husband just went to Japan, so he brought some back to me. So yeah, so the numbers multiplied a lot recently, but before it wasn't that many. So maybe that's why, because they're so expensive to buy in the US, and I refuse. Now that I know how much they actually cost in Asia, I refuse. Okay, so this area completely lost their lines. So I'm gonna do all these lines, and I'm gonna probably stop for the day. So for the lines, if it comes out, then I dip a little bit in the middle, and for this area, it's kind of go up. So I put it up in the middle, but just so slightly that it's very hard to do. So I'm gonna not talk and hold my breath for a second. Okay, guys. Oh, the other thing, I don't want to make them so like regular because it is nature and no lines are ever like exactly parallel. So in fact, sometimes I think if they're too parallel, they start to look not natural. But this time around, I'm being much more careful. Oh yeah, I think I did also mention last time that I also use AI references. So I just remember the two mushrooms before I did use AI reference, and then I couldn't get it to look the same again. So another reason why I didn't use reference this time. AI is such a love and hate relationship. I'm still on here. Please do show the finished piece on the last week before you finish. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Let me do that like in the next 5 minutes, okay? And I totally had a thought about it. I was thinking about you, Crimson, when I was having that thought. Not to sound creepy. Um, okay. That's good. I'm gonna do something similar, but in a different color. Warmer color probably, and then definitely leave the middle part, but the top and bottom. Also, another thing, this is what I learned from fashion design, that when the light hits on something directly, which is right here, that you don't need to draw that part. So if you have two broken lines, your eyes naturally think, oh, that's like the lit up part. So for this part, I'm probably gonna draw the line on top and bottom, but not like these connecting in the middle. I think that'll look better. In fact, I might go back and use some white gouache to force that on here on purpose. Okay, but this is what we have so far. And my table schmiskies. Where are they? They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Um, Color looks good, very bright. So I think that will hopefully inspire some love and joy this weekend. And then Crimson, don't forget your Valentine's Day gift. um, and then I will continue with this fashion series after I did all the mushroom ones, because I figure mushroom it's spring theme and I need to hurry up with that. Anyway, so Crimson, here is the piece I finished from last time. The smoke was pretty fun to draw actually. She's wearing sunglasses, smoking a cigarette, and I feel like when you're smoking a cigarette, you gotta have like bright nail polish, right? I did make the dress blue, but added some fuchsia flower details on top, and then she is kind of trying to kick off her shoes with this little guy hanging onto her, pretty much in the tonal palette. So yeah. My thought was, you remember, and I added a lot of white decorative textures because I did that with the first fashion painting, and I love them and I love doing them. So I did a lot of that here as well. But as you might remember, I painted this one background first. I did the background first. So now that the whole thing is finished, I was like, I almost like the background better. Which is not what you want to hear for a finished piece, obviously. But I do want to say that in this painting, if I zoom in at any small section, I love all the sections. So if you have any idea why, and if there's a way to improve it, I'm all ears as to how to make this whole thing look better. Or am I just being crazy? I'm thinking maybe her blue dress could be a little bit darker. But yeah, my thought was, I was talking about the order of things, and I was like, I don't think it was a good idea to start with background first and then foreground, because then you inevitably get lazy about painting, and then when you do that, you want the lazy part to be the background, not the foreground. So. Oh, okay, thank you. My table setup. I have a giant. It's actually I got this piece from a Home Depot. I don't know if you have that in Canada, but like maybe yeah, I'm sure you do. It's just actually a giant board from Home Depot that I just put it on top of some IKEA tables because I couldn't find a desk that was big enough. So another trick, if Home Depot tabletop, perfectly fine. Um, the orange piece looks good, thank you. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm perplexed about this one because I almost feel like, yeah, like I mentioned, I almost like the background more than I like the foreground. But maybe I'm just being crazy. It could very possibly be. And if you ask me tomorrow, maybe my mind will change. But oh, okay, that is it for today, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't get this piece further along. Now that a lot of color has dried, that then I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go darker on some areas. But this one turned out pretty good. I like this one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this Wednesday. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that follow, subscribe, like, retweet, whatever button that you're comfortable with. It will be really helpful. And I do have a newsletter link in my description below if you guys want to keep updated with my art releases and all that good stuff. Or you can just come back and to my live stream and get updated because I feel like I do update everybody here first before I do anything else because just that's something I have to talk about. And then next week, same time, same place, I will show you what this mushroom painting, this Valentine's Day mushroom looks like. Um, yes, and in Crimson, no worries if you can. There's always rewatch, and you can leave me a comment there with any questions, and I'll answer there. And then next week, I think I'm going to start with another mushroom painting just so I, get the familiarity and get the muscle memory going. And I do want to build a whole collection of them. But I know it might not be super interesting to watch me paint for a few hours at a time, but I will have two painting going at the same time because that was something I realized today. I wish I had two going at the same time, then I can let one dry and go to the other one, and I won't have this. Maybe there'll be less messy in some areas because Crimson, you're right, a lot of mess comes from us not wait long enough. So I have two paintings for that, and then I will ask you guys next week after that if you want me to go back to the fashion painting or keep going with mushroom or try something completely new, that if you have any idea that you want me to do. Okay, and then with that, I wish you guys have an amazing rest of the day, rest of the week, and happy Valentine's Day.